Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Online. Once again, we have a new guest in the house. We have somebody all the way from Texas, all the way from the USA, and we're talking heavyweight news. We have with us Justin Jones. No relation to myself, of course, but another Jones. The last Jones we had in the house was Carson Jones, but now we have Justin Jones. So without further ado, I will pass you on to the main man, Justin Jones.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Justin, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. How are you doing?
I'm good. And you?
I'm very good, brother. I'm very good. Now, tell us a little bit more about you. A heavyweight, Justin Jones. Tell us about you.
Well, a heavyweight, 6'2", 240 pounds, 23 wins, no losses. I'm just looking to make my way into the heavyweight division, man. And not too many people know about me, and I'm trying to change that.
Okay, so my connection to you, how I found about you, is from a mutual connection, Uncle James Ali Bashir.
Yeah, James Bashir, man. I'm making some changes into the I got to spend a little time with Bashir, the Klitschko camp, man, and he really helped me with my skills and stuff, and I want to spend more time with him. And now I'm making some changes with the trainers I had because I'm just not progressing like I want to, So I'm making some changes, and I'm getting Bashir in there to spend that one-on-one time with me that I need.
So let's talk a little bit more about you, where you hail from, how you got into boxing, how long you've been boxing.
Well, I turned pro in 2007. I had a very short amateur career. I actually made it to the Golden Gloves, to the championship of the Golden Gloves, the national championship. I also won a national tournament. I think it was called the Western Olympic Trials in 2007, and I ended up losing in the U.S. championships to go to the Olympic box off. And it was so hard for me to find fights. I didn't want to stay amateur any longer, even though I needed to. I just turned pro, and I got the experience. I got it at the pro level. I didn't have too many amateur fights. I just kind of picked my fights and moved up slowly and learned.
So how long have you been a pro now then?
Oh man, it's been 8 years, 9 years, but I haven't been consistent. I having problems with managers, promoters, and things like that. I had to sit out of contract, so it killed some time that I had. So I hadn't been consistent for that long. Kind of on and off.
From what I've seen of you, you seem to have a two-fisted attack, a big puncher, and don't mind mixing it up.
Yeah, no, I don't mind mixing it up. I mixed it up a lot earlier in my early career, and then in my later career, I started to box now, and now I'm getting back to bringing pressure. I'm ambidextrous. I have strength in both hands. I'm left-handed and right-handed, so I got equal strength. I think I could throw any punch out of all the punches to hurt people. I'm not one-dimensional. I also have movement. I could do what I need to do. I'm an athlete. And so whatever the fight calls for, I think I could make adjustments and do what I need to do to win a fight.
When Justin Jones looks at the heavyweight division, where do you see yourself, and what is the vision for you? I mean, how old are you now?
I'm 37 now.
So what for you is it you have to push on quickly with your career, or are you going to still just be consistent?
Yeah. Nah, I'm ready to get into the mix. I'm ready to take on a big fight that'll get my name out there. It's one guy I've been looking at, and I think he'll break me into the division. I think he'll be a good fight. He's a good fighter. Joey Dawejko. I think he's a great match for me. And a good fight to break into the division.
Okay, so you're targeting Joey Dawejko.
Yeah.
Okay. Any reason why
you were breaking up? I didn't hear you.
Any reason why Dawejko would be the guy you'd be looking to get to fight?
Well, I think the styles match up very well, and I think it'll be a good, entertaining fight. I'll have to dig down, but I think I'm sure I could pull it off, and I think I'll show a lot of skill in that fight. I'll show everything I have in that fight, and that's what I want to do. I want a tough fight to show everything I have, so these contenders could take me serious. And I think he's a good guy to do it with.
Okay, so what is it? What made you connect with Bashir? How did that connection happen in the first place, and why Bashir?
Man, I told you I met him at the Klitschko camp, and the guy just is a mountain of knowledge. And when you're trying to get over that hump, and the guys that've been training me, I haven't really been happy with my progression, And I decided to quit playing around with guys that I'm not able to. They're not able to teach me what I'm trying to learn, And then I just have to get with somebody who knows what they're doing, man. A lot more experience. I have the ability. I have everything I need. I just need the instruction. So that's why I decided to get with Bashir, because I'm tired of playing.
So a person like Bashir, because there are people in boxing who will look at the names of boxing and they'll say, "Oh well, Bashir, how much does he know?" But how much does he really know? For you on the inside, how much does Bashir really know for you, Justin?
Man, you can't argue with this guy's resume as for experience. And what I'm looking for is, when I'm deep in them trenches, some information that's going to help me get out the trenches, and be victorious. And he has that. He has all the information any fighter would need, to determine what's going on in the fight in the split seconds of a fight. You got to be quick on your feet, and you gotta be fast, and you got to know what you're doing. So, because in a fight, man, you don't have much time, going back to that corner to get that information out. And I just want somebody who's experienced and know what they're doing, know what they're looking at, know what they see, knows how to prepare you, because I think that's a big part of the fight, is being prepared. And I really believe that he could get the job done.
Of course, he's got in his corner, his stable with him, he's got Vlad Tsarenko and what's his other name? The South African guy, the 6'7", 6'8" South African as well. Ruben Visser, yes.
Yeah.
So you would be joining. Would they would be good sparring for you as well? Do you think?
Oh man, I know they'll be excellent sparring. Excellent sparring. And that's more of the guys. The big guys are more of the guys that's towering in the division right now. So that's great for me, to get some work with these big guys. So
in terms of being 6'2", I mean, as a heavyweight today, you are smaller compared to the guys who are 6'7" and 6'8" and even 7 foot giants. How do you feel about facing guys that much bigger than yourself?
I mean, I have great footwork. That's always been an asset of mine, is my footwork, able to move and maneuver. Also, I'm real nasty and can fight on the inside. And you could go either way, depending on who you're facing. You either got to fight on the inside or you got to outmaneuver them on the outside. And I think I can do both. I think I can do both, whatever's needed. And so that's really the take. It all depends on the guy you're fighting, If it's a stronger guy on the inside, you got to take him apart on the outside. If he's long and he can't get off shots on the inside, then fight him on the inside. And I think that's really the way to go with these bigger guys, is fighting them on the inside. Tyson style, just bring the pressure. You safer in close. You safer in close because they can't extend and get them punches off.
Of course, you just get their back against the ropes and make them fight and take them into a dogfight.
Yeah, a dogfight. I mean, it has to be that way. Else, if you're on the outside when you smaller, that's not the way to do it, man. You're gonna end up getting clipped.
When you look at the current heavyweight division, let's say the top 4, we talk about Fury, we talk about Wilder, we talk about Joshua, we could talk about White and Ortiz. Where do you feel you would fit in that mix? And if out of all those guys you could pick your way to the heavyweight title, how would it go for you in terms of guys to fight to get to the heavyweight title? If you could say, right, I'll fight him, and fight him, that would gel with my style and give me the best possibility to win and to get a crack at the heavyweight title and become a heavyweight champion. Your top 5 fighters to fight to get there under Bashir?
Man, you know me, I'll take them all on. You know, that's more of a question to ask Bashir. But right now, it's Dawejko, and then I think after that, man, any of the top 5 a game, man, because I think I think Wilder can't fight on the inside. That's just my opinion. I think Joshua had a lot of problems with Parker with the movement, and I think I could mimic that. I could fight that way. I think the toughest guy out there is Fury because of the movement and the size. But I still think it's a way to fight all these guys, and I really don't think it matters. I think if you ready and you prepared and you got a good game plan, you could take on whoever. You know, right now I'm just looking for a fight to get me in the door and get me looked at, because I could scream out, I want to fight Wilder, I want to fight Miller, but the guys ain't gonna take you serious because I don't have no name on my record. So I'm trying to fight somebody that will make me relevant. You know what I mean? I need somebody to look at me and take me serious. So I got to take on a bigger name. So that's where Joey comes in. But I'll take on any one of them.
If you could just adjust your camera slightly to this way, because you were getting, that's better. So we can get to see your full face rather than half the face of you. Fantastic. Great. So Justin, talk to us a bit more about, I mean, I hear a lot of hunger and a lot of passion there, but talk to us how you got into boxing.
Well, I was playing football. I was playing football, college football, and my coach used to be a professional boxer, my strength and conditioning coach. And between seasons, you know, he would teach me boxing, man. And I ended up getting a stress fracture in my leg from running. And so I went into boxing. I went into boxing and I started boxing, and I found out I liked it a lot more than football, because you determine whether you win or lose, you know, and you are in control of all that. In football, you could do your job and somebody else doesn't do their job, and it could cost you the game, and that happens. So I like the sport more because everything is on my shoulders, you know. While I'm in the ring, everything is on my shoulders. I could will a win if I needed to. If I have the ability, I could will it. Even if I'm not as skilled, if I'm not as strong, if I'm not as fast, I could will, and that's what comes in with me, my will to win. I have a huge will.
When you look at guys like Wilder and Joshua, they're 2 guys there that have got an Olympic pedigree. Of course, Alexander Usyk making his move from cruiserweight up to heavyweight, another Olympic medalist. How are you going to bridge the gap between not having the amateur experience and having slow burning professional career and then making it to the top for yourself?
Man, okay, well, I've had a lot of experience, maybe not fighting, but sparring, and I always done good, you know, with champions. I've been in the ring with a lot of champions, and I've always held my own, if not done better than held my own, you know. And so I'm pretty sure I could compete with any of those guys. You know, you look at some of these guys that been to the Olympics, they're not as skilled. You know what I mean? They're not as skilled as you would say. Usyk is skilled. Wilder's not that skilled. He's just power. He has power. He's getting better, though. He's getting a lot better. And I think I have as much skill as any of them guys. I was trained by a very good coach early on that passed away, and he gave me some real good fundamentals. And I still use them today, you know. I don't have that experience fighting, but trust me, I have that experience. If you see me in the ring, you'll understand.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Uncle Bashir is no mug. He knows when he sees a good fighter, and he has a lot of faith in you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I could talk about it all I want, but when people see it, that's when they'll take hold of it. You know what I mean? People talk stuff all day, but when the proof is in the pudding, then that's when you're getting somewhere. And that's what I want to show. I want to show everybody the proof is in the pudding. I'm not too old. I'm not this. I'm not that. I just need my opportunity, man. And I'm going to show the world.
So you're hungry? How hungry are you?
Man, I could eat a piece of wood right now, man. I'm I'm so hungry, man. I'm just trying to make it happen, man. Things ain't been things ain't been coming my way. You know, good fights ain't been coming my way, and I don't know why. I'm not sure why. I'm an undefeated fighter. It's kind of scarce in the heavyweight division. I wonder why I'm not getting shots. You know, why I'm not getting phone calls.
Sometimes it's not always about what you do; it's about who you know, connections.
Oh well, maybe I don't have those. Well, maybe that's what I need. You know.
Well, you got Bashir now. There's a connection.
Yeah, there's a connection, and I'm talking to you. There's another one. You know, so
there you
never
go.
knows what might happen from here. But I just know I'm ready to go, and I'm ready to show the heavyweight division where I belong and find my rightful place.
In terms of your career now, I mean, some of the people that I was saying I was going to do the interview tonight with you, they said, okay, he's unbeaten, but he hasn't had that step-up fight yet. And then you've explained to us tonight, it's not been a case of you not wanting a step-up fight. It's been a case of you not being able to get a step-up fight and contractual issues as well.
Yeah, I got a couple calls, but they've been like 2 weeks, 1 week notice, and I want to go in there prepared. They haven't been real good opportunities. I could have gone in there for a few bucks, but I'm a winner. I go in fights ready to win fights. And I don't know, man. I got a couple calls that's I got one call for Ortiz. But at the time I wasn't sparring. I was training, but I wasn't sparring, and it was 2 weeks. I just wasn't prepared to go in there and win the fight. And so I didn't take it. But that's why I'm getting somebody on my team like Bashir, man, so I could always be ready. I could be ready anytime I get a call, because it don't look like nobody gonna give me time to get ready. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna give me time to get ready, even though I'm an older guy. I don't know what the problem is.
I think, but the thing is, the problem could well be that the fact that you want to win, that you don't want to accept a journeyman status, and they want to give you a journeyman status.
Mm-hmm.
So what they do is shortchange you, and then get you in a fight where you only got a couple of weeks' notice, and then they expect you to get knocked out and get beat so they can use you over again. But the minute you put resistance, say, "Hey, I ain't doing that. I want to prepare to fight. I'm prepared to win," then you become a danger.
Well, maybe that's what it is, man. Because I think I'm just gonna go and start calling people out and making a lot of noise. That's really not my style, but that may be what I have to do. Just to get a decent fight.
Well, it hasn't hurt many fighters, has it? Those who seem to shout a whole heap of noise, even if they can't fight, they shout a whole heap of noise.
It's just not my style, man. I like to show what I could do, because I don't gotta show everybody I'm a bad man, be screaming this now. I could show it and I could prove it, So I don't do a lot of talking, but I guess I have to.
Talk to us about your being in Klitschko's camp. You mentioned that a few times. That's where you met Bashir. Which Klitschko camp were you in, or were you in a few Klitschko camps?
Vladimir.
Yes, Vladimir. Yes. Which Klitschko camp were you in? Or was it?
He was fighting. Can't think of this guy's name.
Brian Jennings?
No. I can't even think of this guy's name at the moment.
All right. Who was in camp with you at the time? Maybe I might be able to help you.
Miller, Jarrell Miller was there. Who else? It was some other guys I didn't know of. It was some Ukrainian guys that was there. Miller was there. Jonathan Banks was there. I can't think of the other guys. Miller is the only guy that I really that I remember from that time. I have some pictures, but I just don't remember them guys.
How did Miller do his sparring when he was sparring with Klitschko then?
Oh, he did good. He was pretty tough, He could take a shot, and he was bringing pressure, the same way he fights now. He was doing pretty good.
While we're there, we can cut into that and ask the question: Miller versus Joshua. Is Joshua thinking is Joshua going to be getting more resistance than expected from Miller?
I don't know. I think I think Miller needs to lose some weight. You know, I think Miller he's a great mover and he can move. I think he needs to be able to move in this fight because if you just come on and try to steamroll Joshua, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think that's gonna be that ain't gonna work for him. I think he needs to be more strategic in what he does instead of fighting like he usually does with just pressure. Because I don't think his defense is all that good, and I think Joshua will tear him up.
So you expect Joshua to win the fight?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, let's get back to you now. So you were sparring Klitschko a lot then?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
How did you find working with the champ at the time?
Oh, man, it was great. That was my first real big sparring partner, you know, and I got hurt by him, and I got so angry because I never been hurt before, you know. And I tried to go get him after that, but I wasn't able to touch him. He was very precise. He was very good at using his size and his length. I learned a lot. One thing that stuck with me till this day during that sparring session was you could never lose focus of the guy while you're in there because one punch could take you out, man. He was so strong. And he was laying everybody out with them right hands, you know. And so after I got hurt one time, I just vowed not to get hit with another right hand. And that's how it got to be. You can't, in the fight, especially in the heavyweight division, one punch could end it. So you got to be focused, alert, 3 minutes of every round. And that's what I took out from that camp.
So sparring with Klitschko was invaluable for you then?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, man, I learned so much. But I also learned that I could fight on that level. You know what I mean? I could fight on that level. I wouldn't get getting overwhelmed. You know, I did good. I got hurt, and and I didn't have as much experience as I had now. You know, and it lets me know I can fight on that level. And I also went to a camp with Povetkin, and I realized that I could fight on the championship level because I was saying to myself that it's not no kind of athleticism or anything that's separating me from these guys. The only thing that it was experience, you know. It was experience that was separating me from these champions that I've been with. And I have experience now. You know, I have experience.
So that sparring what was it like sparring with Povetkin compared to Klitschko?
It was great. It was another learning experience, you know. And he wasn't as big a puncher, but he had more volume. And, you know, I had to work on moving and slipping a lot more. And I realized that I was stronger than I thought, you know. I did real good in all the camps I've been in, real good.
So what's the last camp that you've been brought up to spar with then?
The last camp I've been to was with Murat Gassiev. He's a cruiserweight, but man, he punches it like a heavyweight. He's a big puncher, man. Yeah, and that was the last camp I've been to. It was a great camp. He was getting ready for, man, I can't think of this guy's name. I can't think of it. I ain't even gonna try.
Was it for the world? Was it in the World Super Series?
Yeah, it was in the World Super Series.
Was it against Usyk, or was it against?
It wasn't against Usyk. It was against It was another Russian guy. It was the bald head guy. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, it wasn't that a guy he laid out in a couple of rounds.
Yeah,
knocked him out. Yeah, I remember that fight.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
With a left hook to the body, he dropped him.
Gassiev can punch. You don't mess around with Gassiev. And he's meant to move up to heavyweight, I heard as well.
Yeah, I bet. I think he's definitely a heavyweight, you know. I think he just only go down to fight the cruiserweight, but he was heavyweight, you know. That's what I think. He was about 220. Walking around.
Who hits harder between him and Povetkin?
Gassiev.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, Gassiev hits harder.
And then who hits harder between Klitschko and Gassiev?
Come on, man. You know that answer. It's Klitschko. But I tell you what, man, Gassiev, I've been sparring with a lot of heavyweights, man. He has pop, man. And besides Klitschko, I can't think of no other guy that punches hard as Gassiv.
What?
As cruiserweight. Maybe I sparred with Boy Tatupu. He had a really good left hook, but he wasn't as accurate with it, or he didn't use it like Gassiv uses his punches, you know. But he had a pretty strong punch, Boy Tatupu.
Yeah, I know him. I remember him. What about what's his name? Did you ever come across Shannon Briggs on your journeys?
No, I never got to spar with Shannon Briggs.
Well, I heard he's a murderous puncher as well. That's what, according to Bashir.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I did spar with George Foreman. That was when I was amateur. He hit me, man, with a jab. He wasn't even trying to hit me hard, man. He knocked my head. I was looking at the ceiling, man. George to punch. That was a memory I ain't gonna never forget, man. Getting hit with a jab by George Foreman. He was 54 years old. 54, and he was thinking about making a comeback.
Again?
Yeah, again. And he ended up not doing it, but man, I remember that power he had. He had power. And he wasn't even letting it go. He wasn't even letting it go. He was just, working with us. We was all kids.
Dang. Big George Foreman. That must have been a legendary experience for you.
Yeah, man. I'll never forget it.
Wow, George. Okay, so let's come back to you in your career now. So let's see. Okay, how do you see the heavyweight division for yourself? The overall look at the heavyweight division and fights coming up.
Man, I see it as a lot of good opportunities, man. I think it's on fire right now. It's with UC coming up to the heavyweight division. You say Gassiv's coming up, man.
Yep.
It's a lot of good things happening. It's a lot of good fights gonna be there, gonna be available to be made, and that's why I'm trying to make myself as a player in this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right now it's like I'm on the sideline.
So, how many other heavyweights in Texas are there that you know of?
I know down here where I'm at, not too far, they have he fought Wilder, and he actually hurt Wilder. I can't think of, man, what's this guy?
Oh, you talk about Molina?
Yeah, Molina. They got Molina in heavyweight, and man, I don't know too many heavyweights in Texas. I know they got Eugene Hill. I used to train with him down at Main Street. Okay. Eugene Hill. That's all I really know of, man. It's not many. It's not many.
You've got an opportunity to stand up for Texas, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So in terms of opportunity, so if you got to get the Dawejko fight, if you couldn't get that fight, then who else would you be interested in fighting?
I gotta look and see. I've been watching anybody that's gonna put me on the radar. Anybody that's gonna put me on the radar.
Gerald Washington.
Yeah, that's a good fight too.
Now, I was going to ask you a question. There was a fight that you were scheduled to be on. It was the Battle of the Unbeatens, September 22nd. Maybe next year. What happened with that fight?
Well, with that fight, I tore a disc in my back, and I couldn't fight. I kind of got the fight short notice, so I turned my training up, and I ended up getting hurt. I took the MRI, and that was the case. And I couldn't fight. I kind of took the fight for really nothing because I knew I could beat the guy, and that ended up happening.
So the guy himself, you remember, Alfonso was his name, I think?
Yeah, Robert Alfonso.
So what's Robert Alfonso done since?
I don't know. I don't know what he's done since.
Is that a fight that you would potentially take on afterwards?
Yeah. That's a fight I would want, But I'm not gonna do it like I've done it before and take it for nothing, I'm not gonna take it for nothing.
Are you prepared to go into people's backyards and fight?
Yeah, I am. I will.
So Go ahead.
I believe I can knock people out, you know. So I think, well, that's how hungry I am, you know.
Well, we've seen your punching power on. There's lots of fights on YouTube with that punching power, two-fisted attack, good footwork, nice jab. Talk to us more about the jab. You've got a nice little sweet jab that you got there. Sharp.
Yeah, that's one of my best weapons. It's one of my best weapons is the jab. And you gotta use it with these big guys today.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's people in the room, so let's hear what people are saying in the room. Is there anybody in the heavyweight scene that you think that impresses you?
I'm impressed by Joshua. I'm impressed by Joshua.
What is it about Joshua that you like?
Combination, speed, IQ. He got it all.
Okay. Fury?
Yeah, I'm impressed by Fury too. I mean, his boxing ability and his length. I'm impressed by Wilder too, his power. You know, everybody has something. They're not champions for nothing. They're not where they are for nothing. So maybe they don't impress me overall, but there's certain things about every fighter that impresses me. You know, it depends on who.
Who's the best?
I like the pressure that Miller brings. Miller.
So Miller's pressure you like. You like Joshua's
Miller's pressure. I like Fury's boxing and movement. I like Wilder's power. I think the toughest guy out there to fight is Wilder and the Cuban, the big Cuban.
Ortiz. There's rumors that Ortiz and Dillion White will be fighting. Who wins that fight and why?
Oh man, that's I don't know. That's a toss-up, man. I think if it goes late, Dillion, you know, because he's a younger guy. I think he's in better shape. I think Ortiz is not with him being as old as he is. You know, I think conditioning will be a factor.
Yes.
And I think the later the fight go, Dillion will have a better chance of pulling it out. But I think Ortiz has a chance of pulling it out too because of his power. You know, he can knock anybody out if you catch him.
For the left hand, for the right hand that Wilder has, I think Dillion White's left hook is just as good as Wilder's right hand. He's laid out.
Yeah, he's been dropping everybody with that counter left hook. Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know why people don't stay away from that, man. Because like he done dropped and hurt people with that. They should stay away from it. It seems they always get caught with it.
Maybe they're trying to get away from the left hook.
Well, they ain't trying hard enough. They ain't trying hard enough because they getting hit.
Well, there were people out there that thought that Fury wouldn't get caught by Wilder. I was thinking, well, it's only a matter of time. That right hand.
Yeah. I thought he wasn't going to get hit with it either. He started being a little lazy with his movement and ducking and yeah, I thought he wasn't going to get hit, but he got hit.
What do you make of the deals that have recently been happening with Fury going to ESPN or Top Rank and Wilder not saying he's not going to sign a $100 million deal with DAZN? And what are your thoughts on all that?
Man, I just think them guys are just working it the best way they can, maybe to get more money or to get more worth out of their fights. That's what I think.
Okay, fair enough.
That's what I think. I'm not in their shoes, so I can't get deep into it. But that's really what I think on the top level is they making themselves worth more, making people want to fight more, making it worth more.
Okay, so if people wanted to know a bit more about you in terms of where they could find you, where they could hit you up, where would people be able to hit you up? Do you have a specific? Do you have a website? Do you have Instagram? Where are you at?
Well, I have Instagram, I have Facebook, or the email.
Okay, so under Instagram, where would people find you on Instagram?
I'm Justin Jones.
There's quite a few Justin Jones. So is that
same thing on Facebook? My email is champjjones@gmail.com.
Okay, and how long will it take for you to get into shape to fight?
I'm in shape now. I just need sparring. You know. I'm in shape now. I just haven't had any sparring, so maybe about a month of sparring.
You'll be good to go.
Yeah.
So how much you weigh now?
Well, I'm 240.
240 now.
Yeah.
And your fighting weight, would you say?
I would want to be around 236. It depends on who I'm fighting too, you know. If I have to move or if I have to brawl, it all depends on who I'm fighting.
Okay.
I'll change a little bit. If I got to brawl, I want to be a little bigger. If I got to move a little bit, I want to be a little smaller. So it all depends.
So, like, when would you like to fight again, or do you know when?
Man, I want to fight ASAP, man. I want to fight ASAP. I'm a fighter. I'm always in the gym. I'm always training, man. I want to get in my spot. So I want to fight ASAP.
So, in terms of a call out, you'd like to fight Joey Dawejko next.
Yeah.
Let's make that fight happen. Dawejko v. Jones.
Yeah, let's do it.
And do you have a message to Joey Dawejko if he happens to be watching this video?
Man, let's do it. Strap up the gloves and let's do it. Let's put on the show, man. I know it'll be a good show.
So Joey Dawejko. Fantastic. Do you have a final message to boxing fans around the world, those people in Texas, supporters, fans?
To all my supporters, just keep on supporting me. To everybody that's doubting, just keep doubting and just watch me. Give me a shot. I think I'll prove you wrong. And that's really it. That's really it. I'm gonna do my thing regardless. Just keep watching.
Justin Jones, we wishing you all the very best with Uncle Bashir. Welcome to the family at BWTM. We look forward to hearing updates on when your next fight will be, how training camp is going, and all the good news that's going to be coming your way. I'm sure you'll be getting a fight sooner rather than later.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you also.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you to Justin Jones, the unbeaten heavyweight from Texas, who's hungry and he wants to fight, and he wants to fight Joey Dawejko. So that's it from us of BWTM Online. Thank you all so much for watching once again. We're bringing another champion to the table. And you know when we bring champions to the table, what happens? You know what happens. It's happened before. It's happened again. From Thurman to Crawford to Usyk to Stavern. They've all gone on and become champions. Okay? So
I'm gonna continue it on.
That's it, Jack. You've got to do it now. You've got Bashir in your corner as well. You know, I'm sure you'll do well. Once again, everybody, thank you so much. And once again, thank you to Justin Jones. Get out, reach out to him on Facebook, reach out to him Instagram, and let's get this man fighting. That's it from us at BWTM Online, and we are out.
Later.
Take care.